Alright guys, Epic here, and in today's video I want to talk to you about the Division. Now I realise in a previous video I said I wouldn't be doing any more Division videos until some changes were in place. However, I feel like with today's state of the game, I owe everyone who subscribed to my channel, which is a lot of people, a lowdown of exactly what was said. So here's the video guys. Now this will be about the 1.4 update, as the state of the game today was primarily about that and the new survival coming out. So I just want to let you guys know that unfortunately nothing will be changing until October time. Now I realise this isn't the greatest time. I know Battlefield 1 will be coming out around that time. However, I would rather the developers take their time and really get this game fixed than sort of rush into little patches here and there and it just get worse and worse. So from what we can tell, the 1.4 update will be coming out in October. Don't know exactly when, and that means the survival will be pushed back. That could be November, December time. We don't know as of yet. But obviously they needed to do this. From what I can tell, it's a complete overhaul of the game potentially. Some of the main points they focused on, which you'll be able to see in the comments, in the description below on their website, are they'll be fixing bugs that are listed or known issues that they know of. They'll be making loot drops more relevant to the players. That's a big part of the game. They're obviously going to deal with the enemy difficulty and time to kill. In my opinion, that's the biggest part of the game, and that's where a lot of people have dropped out, because PvP at the moment is just not a viable option in the game at all. And even the underground isn't that great at the moment, just because once you start getting above hard mode to challenge, it really becomes too difficult, especially as a solo player. They're going to be looking at gear sets and weapon balancing. As you know, there are a lot of gear sets that are a lot better than others. For example, Sentries is OP still, but you know, they really need to work on that. So that's something they're going to look into. They're looking into the solo player experience. As I said before, I've been solo on this game for the last, well, I've put 24 days into this game, so I've been solo from day one, and I really enjoyed the game from level 1 to 30. Okay, even from 30 onwards until the NPC health went ridiculously high and it was unbelievably hard to kill people in the dark zone. The solo player experience for me died off then. So as long as they can fix that, I think the solo player experience will come back, and I really hope they can fix that. Dark zone and PvP balancing, again, that sort of ties in with solo player experience as well. And also quality of life additions based on community suggestions. So some of those are confirmed at the moment. We do know that weapon skins won't be using up any inventory space in 1.4, which is great. Not that I have a loads of weapon skins, but it's just one of those little things that makes a difference. There will be a craft all button. If you play the game enough, you'll realise that when you go to craft weapon parts or any other things like that with Division tech, you have to do one by one, and it takes ages. Whereas now I believe you'll be able to do a craft all, and it will just craft them all for you, which is great. There's a buyback option from vendors, so if you accidentally sell a weapon, then you can buy it back off them, which is also a good addition. And lastly, running in the base of operations. Now I realise you can run in the base of operations, but for example, when you're going from the base of operations to the hub, there is a long staircase and it takes a long time, so hopefully you'll be able to, with this update, you'll be able to run down there, and it just makes things a lot more quicker and a lot more enjoyable. So one of the great things that the developers have done, and I have to give them some credit, is the fact that, in my opinion, they're the most open developers I've ever seen. They realise the game is in dire need of our help, and they are kind of screaming out for it. From what we know at the moment, there will be a place where you can sort of put down your name and go and fly out to, I believe it's Sweden. They'll pay for it and basically try and fix the game with them. I think there'll be a select couple of people. This is not just for YouTubers. This is for everyone. Now, in my opinion, people like Marco Style, Arix, Skill Up, Like Butter, those sort of players, they all have amazing ideas, so I'd really like just to see those lot go out, sort the game out, bring it back, and it'd be amazing again. Because from level 1 to 30, the game's really good. Unfortunately, once you get to level 30, the game gets really repetitive, really boring. The end game material is really bad. If you're not running a group of 4, you're not going to enjoy the game, and the dark zone PvP and stuff like that is all wrong, and it really does need to be changed. So they are going to be doing some massive changes for the game. I'm really happy that they've come out. They've said, look, you know, put our hands up. The game is crap. Let's be honest, it is crap. I mean, this video, this is the first time I played the Division myself for about 4 weeks. Like, really, like, played the Division, especially the Underground, because it's just not enjoyable anymore. One thing I wanted to suggest is, when the 1.4 comes out, I imagine Underground will potentially get an overhaul. You'll probably be able to get every single gear set, apart from, you know, at the moment you only get Blind and Firecrest, so you should be able to get every gear set. I really hope they give you the option to sort of like have a fresh start with the Underground, because I'm level 37. So if it comes out and you can now get everything, then I can only have 3 levels, or 37, 38, 39, 40, so that's 4 packages where I can get gear from like a package, for example, like a sealed cache. Whereas if I could fresh start, which I'd be happy to do, I could get 40, if that makes sense. So I hope that's featured, because otherwise it's sort of, for the people that have grinded out the Division on the Underground, they're kind of not getting the best deal then. So I hope they implement that. I don't know how. I might try and sign up for this thing and get flown out to Sweden. That sounds like a very cool idea, but they are trying their best. And now I've given them a lot of hate on my videos, and you know, they clearly have, as transparent as they've been, sorry, they have been very, you know, they're very sort of, all of their stuff is very vague. You know, we're working on it. We know of this issue, but they're not saying how they're working on it. And people want timescales. Okay, unfortunately, as I said, we are going to have to wait till October until this is sorted out. The good news is, when 1.4 comes out, it will be rolled out to every platform at the same time. So that, you know, Xbox, PS, and your PC. But I imagine with, you know, your DLCs like Survival and Last Stand, they'll still be 1 month apart. So I imagine PS4 will still get it 1 month later. So, for example, if we get Survival in December on Xbox and PC, then you're not going to get it until January with PS4. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Not much we can do about that. So, anyway, guys, I want you to in the comment section below just to tell me what are your main issues with this game at the moment. I mean, you've seen my videos, you know what my main issues are. My main issues are NPC health ridiculously high, time to kill, and that includes PvE and PvP, is too high. I think when you used to be able to melt people, I actually enjoyed that. Even though I was running solo and I used to get melted, I don't care. Like, it's just fun, it's quick, it's, you know, it's, I don't want to have to shooting someone for an hour to kill them. So that's my main gripe with the game. Yeah, obviously the end game material isn't too great. I would like them to have like an incursion where you can solo it, and like the game scales down massively for solo players, because I don't think they really have that at the moment, to be honest. It's very difficult to solo an incursion at the moment. I don't like the idea that certain incursions give you certain loot. I think it should be just be a massive free-for-all. Effectively, yeah, I agree that there should be like incursion-specific loot, like in Destiny where you have strike-specific loot, but it shouldn't be such a vast difference. Like, for example, you know, your Underground, you know, it's always Firecrest and Blind. You know, if it was, say, 60% Firecrest, Blind, 40% anything else, I'm happy with that, because I know 1 in 2, maybe 3 times, I'm going to get something different. But anyway, guys, leave your comments in the description below. Let me know what you guys think of the state of the game. Please check out the links below for all the updates and all the sort of the news about it. I'll also include the State of the Game Reddit, or the Division Reddit. Get involved on there, put your ideas on, get speaking to people, and hopefully we can get this game turned around. Because if they don't turn it around soon, I can promise you they are going to shut their servers down, and we don't want that. I don't want that. I've put too much time into this game. I really want this game to work out. It's one of my favourite games I've ever played. Apart from Call of Duty World at War, I haven't put as much time into a game as this. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. I'm just going on for too long. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I didn't tell you broad end suggests